Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. It's about 2:30, still December 1st, Sunday, 41 degrees, 42, things agree, and you can see the sun is kind of back behind things.
That was easy.
Little parental guidance here. So, now for inside the garage. You guys could see I tried to do a little more cleanup. I got the Honda 350, the little two-cylinder motorcycle moved over. I got the little 100 moved over, and as I was floating around, just for some of you guys that like the old stuff, oh man, engine weighs as much as I do. How's this for an old timer, guys? An old Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I picked this up at a flea market. Why? I don't know. Needs a lot of love and attention, obviously. I mean, somebody did modernize it a little bit. I figured no matter what, the starter was worth something. I believe he told me it came off an old wheel horse, so I thought that was interesting. And as I was poking around in here, I mean, like the engines are getting together and making love here or something. There's an 8-horse Briggs, but it's got a small shaft on it. Well, it's strange. What's the story on it? I don't know. I don't remember. This is a 125. How could you tell? Looks like a 110, but it has a electric starter on it. So more parts of a 110, 125. I found this too. A really nice blue gas tank, and she's in really nice shape. She's got a few dents, but it doesn't appear to be rotted out, and it doesn't appear to be leaky. It looks like it's in good shape. So I spent a lot of the day in here. I got that thing jacked up so that its wheels aren't on the ground anymore, because when the wheels sit on the ground, next thing you know, you got semi-round tires. I got the back on this one jacked up. I haven't done the front yet, and I need to basically go down the line and get them all jacked up, and then get the motorcycles along the wall and finish cleaning up loose crap. And you guys could see, basically, I'm going to have quite a bit of space in here, right? So I'm basically going to have, from a little past this, because the motorcycles are going to be against it, all the way up, and this case and this Sears have another spot to be in. So now you're looking at space beyond the midway point, right? Basically, I'm right up to the Cushman. So that's that'll be nice. That'll be really good. It's to the point where I'm going to be able to actually work in here, be able to get some stuff done. I have a couple of ways of kind of warming myself. I have this, I'm going to call it open flame propane heater, that guy. Actually, there's two of them. That one's a modern one, and I have a really, really trashy, looks like a garbage can that's been burned to death one that's up in the attic. And I also have a few different infrared ones. Considering that the upstairs is opened and I haven't managed to seal it up there, I got to kind of do that before I can even hope to use like heat that you know, flame type heat. But for the infrareds, that should work out pretty good. put a lot of time in back here. Obviously, I showed you I got on the last video that I got this thing jacked up in the lawnmowers underneath, so we don't need to talk about that anymore. But I also got these things up on blocks, right? So this thing has a good set of front tires on it. Obviously the back tires are off. I took them off and put them on the mule. This one has crap for front tires, but the back are up in the air. This one is the one with that steering problem, so I'm not doing anything with it. I'm probably going to part it out. Also put quite a bit of time in here. Just a suggestion, guys. If you're going to jack up your tractors, put a tractor into the shed, jack it up. Put another tractor in the shed, jack it up. You know, my son and I were all, full of piss and vinegar dragging these things in here. Then now I'm trying to, get the jack in and all, but you can see these guys are all happily lifted. So that's all good news, right? And that guy is up. You can take my word for it. Actually it took a lot of time to do this, because every time you jack something up, you had to obviously cut up all those blocks, right? I mean, you could say I went through 1,000,000 blocks to get these things up. Sorting through and going through all this wonderful stuff has actually been very helpful, and believe it or not, with pending surgery, which has me kicked up to a much higher gear, that's also helpful, because now I can begin to say, hey, you got a lot of crap here, what are you doing? Lawnmowers as an example, right? You see 3 there. We know there's 2 behind the white building, plus the ones toward the front of this thing. So 3 and 2 makes 5. Six, 7, 8. Do we need 8 lawnmowers, folks? The answer is a huge no. Especially when, and there's another one over there, 8, 9 if you look under that umbrella. So obviously some of those should disappear. Just one quick thing. I was in this shed the other day, and I just wanna show you guys something. 200 Cigarettes is gonna wish he lived a little closer to me after he sees this. So I've told you guys before that I like the 200S motor, but I don't think I ever told you guys how much I like the 200S motor. Well, we're near the door, right? So that's not a 200S motor. That's a big old Briggs. Here's a 200S motor. And another one. That's a 110, I think. I'm not sure. But let's keep going. Look at this. Oh, man. Part of a block of a 200S. Everything's stacked, but you guys could see it, right? So 1, 2, 3. So you could say, well, you like 200S motors, but then things start to go bad, right? The spear rear end, you guys remember when I bought that. This thing, which I don't know, mental health issues, I guess. 2 more. Interesting. I don't think there's a 200S in there, but more. And more. That's a 80cc. That's a transmission, but they keep coming. So every one of these engines, unfortunately, has various problems. Whether it's a bad timing chain, which screwed the valves, or seized. Quite a few of these are seized, actually. It's either seized or timing issues, I think, for almost each and every one of these. So going to slow down. Once again, each and every one of them needs some major love and attention, or they would have been out of here doing something for a living. This guy came off a go-kart. So I think it's a 8 electric start, torque converter, and a pull start. And in here, this is for you dizzy to get them all crazed up here. This is a Briggs, a 5-horse, and a torque converter, a Comet torque converter, all ready to bolt onto a mini bike or a go-kart. Probably that's going to go on a mini bike. And this one, I bought it. I think I paid $75, 65, $75 for it, the whole bit. This one I'd like to put on a cart yet to be specified, because I think it would be cool to set up kind of that utility vehicle I keep talking of and never building. All right, folks, 11 minutes have gone by. Just wanted to show you guys approximately how much I like the Honda 200S. I think this is the first 200S I've ever owned. I think it's an 85. Yeah, it's a 1985. Just for a historical thing. I got it right around when my son was born. So he was born in 86. So I might have got it in 87 or 88. Back then I was buying and selling tractors. I would buy them, fix them up, and sell them. And this woman had this thing, and it's more or less in the same condition. It still has the same tires on it that it did back then and all. She and her husband divorced, and she bought this thing, and she would take it up to the Adirondacks and go camping with it. I guess she hooked her sleeping bag up all on the back, and he had a 3-wheeler also, though they broke up, and she got custody of hers and he got custody of his. Anyway, they would go riding off into the woods and out in the wilderness and set up their tents, and probably have themselves one heck of a great time. So she didn't put too many miles on it. She did buy it used. Somebody who had it before her put this Mickey Mouse paint job on it, this red paint job. Those black streaks, they're kind of for my shoe. When I throw my leg over it, I don't do very well at clearing it. So, but she still runs. She's a good bike. And I'm gonna own. Well, I'm probably gonna own all this crap till the day I die. But particularly, no matter what, this is the one I'll be bringing to the nursing home with me. I'll have to. This will be my roommate in the nursing home. I'll have to pay double, right? There'll be my bed, and next to it'll be this thing sitting there looking at me. All right, folks. Enough nostalgia, enough craziness. Live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Hoard. Till then, if you had one of these and you no longer do, go find it and buy it back again. It's out there somewhere. Go look. And speaking of which, if I find a 250R in any kind of condition, or a 350X, even though I can't start them, I just can't throw my leg over and jump up and down on the starter, especially with the 350X. But I probably will own them if I can find them reasonable, because I would really like to be complete. I'd really like to have every bike. And with those two into the fleet, now that I got a running 200X, that would complete everything. All right, tires down, handlebars up. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Hoard. Till then, thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and kind of putting up with me when I get wandery and lost. Take care now, folks.